Amen. Amen. Let me start by apologizing to all of you for starting this meeting 30 minutes or 40 minutes behind schedule. Today is a very important day as we are about to hand over the NFB2 from HAUWEI to the LEONECOM for operations. This is part of the transformative drive of His Excellency the President and the core mandate of the Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation. It is also a drive to bridge the gap between the rural and the city. It is a drive to create jobs. 10 years ago, my uncle would leave our hometown to come down to Freetown to request our support for school fees or to help him in the farm. That would take several days from Kailan to Freetown. This is no longer the case. With just the mobile phone, he doesn't need to come down to Freetown. He needs to just call and say, these are my problems, so please solve them for me. This is all due to the transformation that is taking place in the digital world. And we are grateful for the fact that we have been able to move for the last 10 years to where we are, where the mobile phone, the net, has become part of daily life. These days, people wake up in the morning, the first thing they grab, even before praying, is their mobile phones. And when the net goes down, life becomes boring. So our duty as a ministry is to ensure that we give the enabling environment. We provide that so that the MNOs will thrive, the private sector will thrive. And in this new ministry, under the new management, dynamic and young management, we want to scale the skies. We want to reach new heights. We want to broaden our horizons. We want to create jobs. We want to grasp opportunities and create more opportunities. We want to make sure that the big five, especially the area of technology and infrastructure, is met. We want to also leverage on agriculture. We want to leverage on human capital development. Almost every aspect in the Big Five is connected to us. And this is why we are happy to have you here today to witness this groundbreaking ceremony of transferring the NFB2 from HAUWEI, our partners, to LEONECOM under the PPP model. Having said that, let me once again welcome you to our meeting this morning and to apologize once again for starting very late. Thank you very much. At this moment, I would like to invite HAUWEI for a presentation, a statement and presentation. HAUWEI, you are invited to the podium.
Thank you, yes. Dear Honorable Minister, Madam Salima Monoma Ba, and Deputy Minister Ibrahim Sandu, Directors, Officers, Media, all partners from the ICT industry, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. As a representative of Huawei Company, I'm very pleased and honored to join the handing over ceremony for the National Fiber Backbone Phase 2, which is supported by the concessional loan from the Chinese government. As the constructor, as the partner, Huawei has been cooperating with the government, with our partners in the ICT sector for more than 15 years in Sierra Leone. We have witnessed the ICT development of this country. The National Fiber Phase 2 project started by early 2020 and ended by the end of 2021. During this period, our Huawei and our partners has faced the threat from the COVID. However, no matter how tough it is, we overcome one difficulties after another, and we deliver the project far earlier than the schedule, because we saw the demand is growing significantly, and we believe the people in Sierra Leone deserve a better and more stable network. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, we are in the era of information. This era represented by the internet has already brought great and profound impact on our way of production and daily life. While the internet is invisible, the internet users are visible. Even though Sierra Leone is one of the least developed countries in terms of the infrastructure, but the Sierra Leone people are entitled to play a role in our global village. Now with the completion of the Sierra Leone National Fiber Backbone Phase 2, which assisted by the Chinese government, Sierra Leone people and foreign investors will timely enjoy the benefits of this information era. So in the conclusion, with all the support for the past years from the President, from the government, from the ministry, and our partners, we delivered the project successfully, and I wish this project will continue to create benefits for the society. Thank you.
It's a presentation.
Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Suleiman. I'm from HAUWEI. Yeah, this is the project overview for the Sierra Leone Fiber Network project. So, as has already indicated, the project background, this project was aimed at providing a fiber backbone to support the infrastructure, to also support the value of the ICT, boosting the socio-economic development of this Sierra Leone. In this regards, this project was initiated by the Information and Communication, and with the support of the China Exim Bank, to develop to implement a project of a fiber kilometer of 639 kilometers backbone OSP, 336 kilometer area metro fiber, and related 29 kilometer access fiber deployment. This also includes a transmission site, ADM site of 23 sites, 19 OSN backbone, and then 40 access equipment to the last mile sites. This MBM Phase 2 also extended to all district capitals and locates, providing protection to the existing Phase 1 and Eco 1 fiber infrastructure, thereby improving the quality and availability of the broadband service. The project started in 2019, where we have the equipment arrived in 2019, December 2019, and the equipment was cleared in April 2020. So the deployment started in 2020 September. The ADM, and it was delivered in different milestones, where we have the ADM and then the fiber completed around May 2021. And then Metro was also completed November 2021. During this period, we have encountered this COVID-19 pandemic. We had a restriction of importing fiber machines to the country that resulted a lot of difficulties in the delivering of the project. At the same time, we have to secure around 2,000 laborers from different communities, and then during the deployment, we have to deliver the project during the rainy season. Landlord issues, theft issues, and then during the implementation and completion, we have about 10 kilometer fiber being damaged by road construction that requires urgent repairs and then restore the services. It benefits the people of Sierra Leone, or the citizens of Sierra Leone, in terms of bridging the gap between the connectivity in these rural areas coverage. It also addressed the broadband service by improving the hospitals, ministries, and then the agency and then departments in connectivity, reducing the high cost of internet charges to the citizen of Sierra Leone, and also the government digitalization agenda. This SL project also sets a bedrock for digitalization and also providing the employment and skill transfer as a benefit of this project. Also, the capacity was also increased from 20 gig to 40 gig, which allows more traffic flows. During this project, we have the equipment that was deployed on the project. That is the add-drop multimeter, that is the ADM site, that contains or involve solar batteries and then the diesel generator of a hybrid power. That is the ADM site. And then we have the optical network, optical switch network, that is the OSN as a transmission model tool for the connectivity. And those routers were also installed on those access areas, where we have the workers being employed, eight supervisors and 2,005 laborers. All the 8 local supervisors were trained and at the moment working on different avenues of the project. In terms of this project, we have the backbone delivery on the northern province, which we have the backbone fiber duct of 639.4 kilometers duct fiber in the northern province, involved from Kabala all the way to Fadegu and Makeni. And we have the eastern province also optical fiber from Kenema through Mano Junction all the way to Pandegu. And these kilometers also involve this southern province. The southern province also have the optical from all the fiber route from Moyamba Junction to Moyamba all the way to Punjung to Zimi as to close the ring of the network of the southern areas. So the map over there, we have the yellow side, that is the phase 2, that are connected to the phase 1 and then the Eco 1 network. In terms of the area fiber or the metro were also connected to the government agencies, around 40 agencies around the country, where we have the major cities, that is Pujung, Bo, Kenema, and then Port Loko, connecting to all the 40 governments and the institutions. So these are some of the equipment that were installed. From the right side, you can see that we have the fiber deployment being supervised tightly by the Ministry of Information and Communication. And then the ADM site that contains the OSMs for the fiber connectivity. And then this is the ADM sites that have the generator and DG. And then the top down is the solar panels that also form as part of the power to the sites. All the sites are being fenced and then connected it to well protected areas where we have no entry without proper access to the site. In terms of this, duct fiber is also being supervised time-on-time basis. We have Ministry of Communication being supervised the project. On-site visits were done promptly, constantly, with also engaging the team in terms of training and how we can transfer the knowledge to all the local employees. At the same time, media was also involved in ensuring that good project or ensuring that proper project has been deployed. In terms of the when the equipment arrive in the country, we have other agencies, that is the Custom, Ministry of Information and Communication, National Shipping Team also visited the warehouse to ensure that the equipment that were brought to the country are well cleared and stored. In terms of the launching of the project around Kenema City, major stakeholders were also involved to ensure that the projects are being kicked off and then successfully implemented. Thank you very much.
Madam Minister, Deputy Minister, and ladies and gentlemen present, let me start by recapping some of the issues that came out of the presentation as well as the speech delivered by HAUWEI. The speech and of course the presentation underlined the purpose of this project, which is for the people of Sierra Leone. And of course, we know that if we want the people of Sierra Leone to benefit from this project, it must be done in a way that will bring the benefits over to everyone, a win-win situation. In as much as would like the MNOs and the ISPs, our private partners, to benefit from this project, the overall benefit will go to the people of Sierra Leone, and this is why we are here. Moving on to the next item on the agenda is a statement by LEONECOM. LEONECOM representative.
Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. So I must reiterate what the Permanent Secretary said in his introductory remarks, that today is a remarkable day, and indeed it is, because all of us here are aware that a key objective of this government is to drive connectivity, is to drive penetration, is to drive affordability, is to drive accessibility of internet services in the country. And this is what this project does. Now, since we took custody of the national fiber backbone in July of last year, we have been working closely with the HAUWEI team in reviewing the status of the network, because of course we can't take over management of the network if we are not satisfied with the work that has been done. So we did several joint trips to all the ADM sites. We identified the snags that we were not comfortable with. We communicated all the issues that we had. And I must commend the HAUWEI team. They worked really diligently with us in addressing each and every complaint that we had. It was a process that lasted over a period of time. I'm sure the Permanent Secretary would be tired with the letters that were coming from our office several times with us complaining, oh no, this is not done properly, we want this done properly. Because we know at the end of the day, when we take up responsibility of managing this network, that it is now our own responsibility of making sure that it delivers the service that it should to the people. Now with 14 more locations added to this network, we now have footprints in 46 locations nationwide. So that is really impressive. With penetration to that level, it encourages mobile network operators to go to those regions, and that encourages competition, which we, the consumers, would benefit from by reduced prices for us. So from LEONECOM's side of the table, we are making a commitment to ensuring that this network continues to be resilient, this network continues to provide high quality service as it has been doing over the last 13 months to mobile network operators and internet service providers. Because it is only through our own efforts that the mobile network operators will be able to give high quality services to the people of Sierra Leone. So to just conclude, we are very excited to be here. We are very happy with a project like this. We are happy with the zest that the ministry had in driving the successful completion of this project. We are happy with the deliverables that the ministry put in place that have been achieved. So today we are very happy to accept this network. And for anyone who wants to check in with us to see what are our plans for upgrading the network, for further expansion of the network, please feel free to meet us at any point. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Ms. Musa. Thank you for assuring us that you'll be taking over the network and to meet you at any time if there are problems. We'll surely do that if there is any. Thank you very much. At this moment, let me invite Madam Minister of Communications, Technology and Innovation to make a statement.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think I'd like to start by re-echoing what the Permanent Secretary said in apologizing for our late start. As you know, we're in the process of deciding how we share space with the ministry, which has been split. And the Ministry of Information had a prior engagement with the journalists, and I don't think any of us want to piss off the journalists, so we had to allow them to use the space. So we apologize for really starting late. That's not something we want to do. We know you're all busy and have things that you need to do, so we profusely apologize. But I'll start off by saying this is an exciting day. I think it's an exciting day for the sector. I think regardless of public, whether in the public sector or in the private sector, in terms of the internet service sector specifically, this is an exciting day for all of us. The beneficiary is the people of Sierra Leone, but I believe we all collectively play our role in ensuring that, because the drive is how do we deliver accessible and affordable internet service for the people of Sierra Leone. I believe that's the common goal. We all have different roles we play within that, but I believe with that common aim, so it's an exciting, it's a big win for all of us. The government of Sierra Leone has prioritized digital transformation of the country. That's been the President's, His Excellency's commitment to the people of Sierra Leone, and I believe this project, which now expands coverage from 8, I believe where we are, to now 14 out of 16 districts. This takes us a step closer to the actual goal. This is not the completion of the goal is 16 out of 16. This takes us a step closer towards bridging that digital divide and ensuring that the people of Sierra Leone, no matter where they're located, have access to these services, because we understand the importance of having access to the wealth of information available online. This is not about just people being able to use their social media platforms. So we understand information and education is wealth, and it determines where your people progress to. So we recognize the importance of bridging this digital divide and ensuring the people of Sierra Leone have access to it. But then, as the PS mentioned, when you look at the President's commitment in terms of the Big Five, digital access to the internet runs across all of them. Without this infrastructure, even though within the Big Five, infrastructure is a separate mandate and commitment by the President, which means how do we increase and improve the infrastructure we have. But then in regards to the others, internet availability runs across all of them. Without it, none of them become possible. So especially when you talk about agriculture, I was speaking with the Minister of Agriculture around the different technological solutions they want to introduce. Without internet being able to provide that framework, that doesn't happen. Same with public sector reform, same with human capital development, same with youth employment. So I believe we're moving ahead to ensuring that the President's commitment to the citizens of Sierra Leone can be fulfilled. I look forward to seeing how we engage to make sure we complete the 16 out of 16. That's definitely we're always looking to what the next step goal is. But then I also like to take this time to acknowledge the work done by my predecessor, the Honorable Minister Radoswari. He drove this with his team here. Honored that I get to be the one to oversee the handing over and the commissioning, but he drove this, and I would like to just acknowledge the work he did in delivering this. And in that light, I also like to acknowledge and thank the Chinese government, Exim Bank, and Huawei were the partners in delivering this. I think you mentioned ahead of time. I'd like to thank you for your professionalism and for your commitment to delivering this on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone. We're partners in a lot of other initiatives, which we hope to continue doing. You've proven a reliable partner when it comes to digital transformation agenda, and we hope to see this continue. So we thank you very much. To LEONECOM, I would like to say, actually to both of you, I was really appreciative to hear about the collaborative way in which this was delivered. That's something with myself and the Deputy Minister in coming in, that's something we've preached, and we hope to continue preaching. As I said before, I see the sector as a unit. We all have different roles, but I believe we won't be able to achieve without us collaborating, consulting and collaborating with each other. So I'm happy that that was done throughout this process, because as you said, if you guys didn't engage and collaborate until the end, then I'm sure as soon as you take over, this is when these issues would come up, and then that would just delay the effectiveness of this project. So I was really excited to hear that you guys were fully involved in the process and the issues that you highlighted were addressed. And I hope as we go on, this is what continues. I will also hold you to your commitment to ensuring that the network is utilized and managed for the purpose. We have to deliver for the people of Sierra Leone, ensuring that we address issues of redundancy, ensuring that the network can be utilized to support innovation and entrepreneurship, and also seeing how by this network happening, how we have competition within the market, and because that's the only way we know that issues of affordability will be addressed. So we will be holding you to that commitment and seeing how we drive that forward. But I think that to all of the private sectors, I think they have also made a commitment for you to knock on their door and ask your questions. And if you don't get a response, come to us and we'll make sure they respond. We're grateful. This is a great day. We look forward to the official commissioning. I think that's something both HAUWEI and LEONECOM will need to work together on to us to have the official commissioning of the project, and we see how we move from there. But thank you all for coming once again. We're grateful, and we look forward to seeing you all at the official commissioning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Minister, for driving your message through. I think that is well comprehended by everyone around here, that of course this is for the people of Sierra Leone, and we want to see benefits for everyone, a win-win situation, in as much as we are creating the enabling environment, giving the lemons room to MNOs and ISPs and the latitudes to be able to thrive and prosper. At the end of the day, it is for the benefit of the people of Sierra Leone to win, and win we must. Thank you very much. At this moment, I would like to call on HAUWEI and LEONECOM for a symbolic handing over ceremony just here. Yes, and perhaps the minister too. Just a photo. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Officials for that symbolic gesture. At this moment, I'd like to make a few announcements. We have prepared food for you. This is just part of our warmth and generosity, and this shows that we are always ready to welcome you and to participate. Okay. Thank you very much for coming. We have seen that we have reliable partners in this sector because the NNOs are well represented. You have the ISPs here, you have the regulators here, you have even participants from other sectors here as well, from the postal wares, and of course you have MIC participants here. We are the main body dealing with these issues, so we have a palpable representation here this afternoon. Once more, we have something here for you. As we've said, this is courtesy of the new leadership in the House, the Madam Minister and her deputy, Mr. Sano. So please enjoy that warmth, enjoy our generosity, and we know that rewards will come soon from that generosity. Thank you very much, and again, thank you for coming. God bless you.